George, thank you for your report. What do you think of this? The administration says the fact that the U.S. killed al-Qaeda's leader in a drone strike in Kabul shows we can keep Afghanistan from becoming a terror base. But do you agree with that? Is that the case?
Yeah, my question to the Biden administration is, do you know how many Ayman al-Zawahiris there are today in Afghanistan? How many ISIS, al-Qaeda fighters? Are they tracking them? Look, we've been tracking Ayman al-Zawahiri for 20 plus years. And once we found him 6 months ago, we tracked him for 6 months and then did this over the horizon, basically a drone strike to take out one man. The experts say if that is the way to fight radical Islamic terrorism in Afghanistan, we're not going to be winning that battle. The truth of the matter is that today, for the first time, Afghanistan is welcoming the alphabet soup of terrorist organizations and fighters from around the world to come and converge on this country, to train, to recruit, be indoctrinated, and potentially target the United States and our allies in the region.
Well, George, your reporting showed us the courage of particular women. For 20 years, the Afghan government worked to expand women's rights through access to education, work, even government posts. Is all that just gone now?
Yeah, just a few days ago, right before the anniversary, Andrew, one of the ministers in the Afghan government said that Afghanistan was not culturally ready to allow Afghan girls to head back to school. What is culturally ready to go back? In essence, it means that the country is not Islamist, is not, adhering to the principles of Sharia law that would protect these girls from going when they go to school. The reality, I think, what has changed so dramatically in just the last 20 years is that you've seen a generation of Afghan girls and women who have experienced a modicum of freedom under the last 20 years of U.S. Involvement in the country. And today you see them going out on the streets. Just in the last 24, 48 hours, Andrew, they took to the streets demanding freedom, the access to health, the access to education. It's quite inspiring, something that you would have never seen, 20, 25 years ago in Afghanistan. Today, a whole different generation has risen. But the question is, will the heavy hand of the Taliban come down hard on these brave women and girls?
How about the Christian community in Afghanistan? It may be a small Christian community, but what's their situation? Are they underground?
Yeah, Andrew, we don't know the exact numbers. The estimates are that there are between 10,000 and 15,000 Christians. A year ago, we heard reports that they were, in essence, escaping from the country, heading to neighboring Pakistan, to India, and to other countries in the region. The good news, my sources just talking to them overnight, that they are still there. It has been a very difficult past year. They continue to work slowly, carefully, quietly, share the gospel. But, it reminds me of what happened in 1979 in Iran, when the Ayatollahs, the mullahs, came to Iran and they took over. And all these years later, today, the place where Christianity is growing the fastest is in Iran. And so those who are praying for the Holy Spirit to continue to hover over the nation of Afghanistan are praying similarly for the country, that the Lord would give them the strength that they need to continue ministering the good news of Jesus Christ in the midst of what seems to be some very, very difficult times ahead.
All right, George, we always appreciate your reporting. Thanks for being with us today.
You're welcome, sir.